Hey guys, in this video I'll talk about cold email deliverability tips that you have to implement. It's a very actionable insights that you can implement today in your cold email and start to get better results from a deliverability perspective. And this is just a screenshot from what people said about these tips in Reddit. So make sure to like this video and subscribe because I drop a lot of things that are regarding to B2B prospecting in general. So let's get started. And you're gonna like this document and you're gonna need it. So I will leave the link of this document in the description. So make sure to grab it, right? The first thing I want to highlight here, your domain is by default in 30 days blacklist. So the moment you buy a domain, you're by default on a blacklist for 30 days because they're trying to minimize like how easy people can shoot emails out by new domains. So buying a domain today and warm up for 14 days and start, first of all, you have very low authority. Second of all, you're already on a blacklist. Third of all, it's a very fragile domain and it will be burned really quickly. So what I do is I age my domain. So look at this sheet here really quick. I buy domains in bulk. I wait for an offer. So I had this offer from they're not about the .co domain. The domain is like 3.5, and I bought like 250 domains. I hate the domains and names in here. And I pull up already, I export these domains with domain registration date and expiry date. And I have a formula that tells me the domain age. And I divide these domains by quarter. So quarter one, I have 200 domains to 300 domains for every quarter. And the moment you use quarter one or quarter two, you already buy for next year, quarter one or quarter two. This is if you're serious about cold emails, right? And also, the moment you start to create emails on this infrastructure, you choose your supplier and choose your email type, if it's like Google, Outlook, whatever it is, and you put the inbox creation date and you pull up this formula till the end. So when you when you cancel this domain, you know how long this domain lived for, this infrastructure lived for, where you got it from, and what type of emails lived for. In 2, 3, 6 months, 1 year, you're gonna know which supplier to work with, which email infrastructure getting you the better results, and so many information. And here in this sheet, I tracked my campaigns, the results, deliverability, dashboard, master campaign. So these are a discussion for another day. That's why I'm telling you to subscribe, right? So this is very important to track this because that will help you. Like these domains with this like 90 days, 3 months aging, I haven't used them yet. Maybe I will use them in 2 months time and they're already 5 months old. So they already have authority, right? Outlook, prefer age domain more than anything else. Like if you have a good age domain, you're gonna inbox for, like here, this is like a quick proof. Even for Outlook 19 days ago, I inboxed. I will show you how I do deliverability tests next. So these two important things you need to action. Deliverability test. I have this sheet. And here in, oops, my bad. So if you go here, here in this sheet, these are the active domain, all active domains. So here all my domains, order number, and I have the supplier here, but it's hidden. And the date, I do 2 tests a month, or I can do more. It depends on the volume and it depends on your situation. Here's the offer that I'm using. So I go run 1 test per domain and I send the test. I will make another video on how to do these tests for free. And you start to see, okay, I'm inboxing for everything, right? That's very important. And I come here and I mark it healthy, and this is a test for months. You can do 1 test every week, 2 a month. It depends on your situation. And I put the reports here. So if there's something wrong, I know where to go back and I watch this report and see what's wrong with this domain. And then you keep adding more like tests. And in 3 months time, you can see this test was fine, this test was fine. And you know that these domains are getting burned in months 2, as an example, if you do X. And also I put here which offer I'm sending for, because there's some offers that gets like flagged really quickly than other offers. So I want to know like which does much better. And I have here the infrastructure name, and every infrastructure name is associated with specific supplier that I use. So I can measure which supplier give me like a good infrastructure kind of deal, right? So you need to measure your deliverability. This is very important, non-negotiable. Otherwise, you will be going to the spam and you don't know it. Anyway, ESP matching. So Smart Lead founder posted this on LinkedIn. ESP matching, if you're sending to SMTP from SMTP, Outlook from Outlook, Google from Google, give you a small boost in reply rate, but it reduces your bounce rate significantly. And if you reduce your bounce rate, your domain will not crash as fast as the one with high bounce rate. So make sure to have a diverse infrastructure. I'm gonna talk about that, and use the ESP matching. This is very, very important. This is a catch that I learned it from Anthony, Deliverability expert. So go to one of your campaigns that you got a lot of replies for, and go to all leads if you're using Smart Lead. If you're using Instantly, go to the campaign and then all leads, and then filter and export them, and then see who is replying to you. What are you gonna be surprised with? That most of the time you will see all your replies are coming from one source. So there's two things in here. You're not optimizing towards the other sources. Also, you are inflating your numbers. Example, if you're adding in a campaign 4,000 Google and 4,000 Outlook and 4,000 SMTP, and you're only inboxing for Google, your reply rate, the actual reply rate sending to only Google could be 2%, 3%. But when the other ones in here, it gives you 0.5 reply rate. So I was like, hey, all my infrastructure is rusted and you cancel all of them. However, Google infrastructure was doing its job and was getting you to the inbox, and you're getting good results with it. So I will talk about this in the verse, but you need to know which supplier or ESP you are inboxing for and which one you're not inboxing for. And you need to have a different strategy for everyone. Google, how to inbox for Google. Outlook, how to inbox for Google. You can even separate them in separate campaign. Google campaign, Outlook campaign. Google and Outlook and SMTP. It depends. But it's very important to keep an eye where your replies are coming from and who's actually replying to you. I never mark people spam, but when I find that someone is following up extremely aggressively, like, okay, you leave me no choice, dude, goodbye. So what I do is I maximum do 1 or 2 follow-ups on a lead, and I leave a gap. And when I do follow-up, I don't reply. It's like, I'm just following up. Did you see my last email? I hit him with a different subject line, and I hit him with a new email, and I hit him with a fresh angle. So if I approach him from this pain point on the first email, on the second follow-up, I will not reply in the same thread. I will send a new email in the same campaign with a new subject line and hitting from a different angle. Because people have different pain points and they reply to different things. And instead of following up aggressively on the same email with things that doesn't add value, just hit from a different fresh angle. And that will improve definitely your reply rate. Diversify your infra. So here in the master sheet, I'm not ready to show it yet. I will show it in another video. I have every campaign name. I have a tab for every campaign, and I track its results. So I have a conditional format. So if I see the reply rate for a specific campaign goes below a specific number, it highlights as a red or yellow. It depends on how bad it is, and that gives me signals for infrastructure deliverability. The most important thing, don't put 2 infrastructures from 2 different suppliers into one campaign. So I have like 5 different infrastructures. I have this offer and this copy. I like 5 campaigns for them, right? 5 campaigns, different infrastructure, same offer. And you see the infrastructure per every offer, how it performs, because your infrastructure setup from this supplier could be roasted really quickly because they did the setup wrong than this one. And if you mix them together, they could give you a good average, but could be one infrastructure doing really good and the other one should be replaced. So you need to isolate your infrastructure and have different infrastructure for every supplier. SMTP warm-up IPs also is good if you're using infrastructure for SMTP. It's good, like it's not as fragile as Google. It depends on how good a cold emailer are you. If you're really good cold emailer, having a dedicated IP addresses and SMTP infrastructure really helps. The ABC of deliverability, I'm not going to talk about it. Spam keywords, spin tags, good technical setup, all of these stuff is a must. Spam checker, you need to use it to replace and spin tags. I have a GPT custom that does spin tags and remove spam keywords for me, and then I run it by spam checker. So this is also something that you could do. Copy fatigue is real. Don't send the same copy forever, right? I did this mistake. I had a winning copy and I was sending it so much, and then this infrastructure is roasted and I created a new one. And surprisingly, the new one will be good for only like 1 month and then it will be roasted too. Because, okay, you will inbox because the infrastructure is new. But the moment, okay, the same copy that you already got flagged for, start to send it again, you will get flagged really, really quickly, because Google spotted and ESPs that these keywords and this type of emails are spam. So your infra will be gone really, really quickly. So diversify your copy angle approaches, and every copy you can come up with so many different angles for it. Same winning copy. Don't send bad emails. Use relevancy in your emails. Don't talk about yourself. Don't reach out to see someone. Tell them, it's like, I see you do 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, don't talk about yourself. Don't say, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, and I wanted to offer you. Like, okay, he doesn't care about you. He cares about how what you do could be beneficial to him. So usually we use AI relevancy by Clay and intent. And here I look at what he do, and I have this trained custom prompt that relate this to what I do and how it could get him to a desired outcome. And this is a unique line go out for every single person. So that gives me variety for copy, so I don't spam really quickly the inboxes. It's relevant to every single one. So if you're, let's say, running ads and I want to offer you, let's say, if you're doing YouTube videos and you're not doing short videos, I see you doing these YouTube videos, but you don't have a short form videos. Would you mind repurposing that? That's very relevant to this people. Don't talk about personalization. Personalization and relevancy are two different things. Don't say, like, I see you are in London, so let's meet at this restaurant. Okay, that's nice, but okay, how is this adding value to you, to your copy, to the point of your email? It's not. So keep these two things like separated. Personalization is different than relevancy. Be relevant. Don't be personalized. Don't talk about his university and all of that stuff. Guys, if you're getting value and you're enjoying that, make sure to like and subscribe. It takes a lot of efforts to prepare that and record these videos, so don't forget that. Alrighty, ramp up your sending for warm up, for sending the campaign, and change your warm up keyword filter. So when you're running a campaign, slowly ramp up. When you do warm up, slowly ramp up. Here it's disabled because that already warmed up infrastructure, so don't tick this box. Keep like slow warm up, and your warm up filter, change it from time to time, and also change your sending campaign time. Don't send every day at 9 a.m. Nobody log in every day and start to send emails at 9 a.m. consistently every 15 minutes. So change that campaign starting point, randomize the gap between one email and another that goes out. And the most important one, regardless of what you do in all of your calls, if you emailing bad lists, no infrastructure gonna live with you. Regardless of what tips you implement, you will always get spam. So the key is to build a good list, be relevant, and send good emails, and implement these steps. It will help you. But if you're not doing these three things, regardless of what tips you do, you will always end up in spam, because it is a spam. Not spam cold emailing, when you send an emails that get replies when people are not like feel offended. It's not a bad emails. You're not scamming anybody. This is spam. We're not scamming anybody. We're doing business. We're reaching out to people with a valuable offer. So just build good lists and send good emails. And don't forget to grab this document, like this video, and subscribe, and see you in the next video.